Hello. Let's see if I'm live right now on my stuff. There we go. Don't know why that was happening. Duke, are you there? Or is this from last time's chat and I didn't see it? Because I see your comment about the Silent Hill 2 remake. But I don't know if you're here. Or if I'm just crazy. I don't know. But hi. A lot of things happened recently. Yeah, we'll just say that it's been a sad November, I think. Went to a funeral, which was really depressing for me because I felt regretful for not seeing this person enough because I'm very socially awkward and I hate big gatherings. But every time they go see this said person, it's always a big gathering, so I just couldn't handle it. But now that I was there, at the funeral, I kind of felt really terrible for not being there more. And I want to be there more for people. I'm just terrible at being there. Because, that's not what I wanted. I didn't mean to fall like that, But anyways, I just am very socially awkward. And I don't know how to handle myself with physical interactions with people. Because I'm so used to being weird that a lot of people are not my kind of quirks. So I just stay away because I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. Because I am me. Painfully so. But also, there was another death. It was my sister's family cat, because we have 4 here, or we had 4 here. And we just lost him very recently. So everyone is very depressed about both deaths going on. So that's partly where I've been. The other half is, I'm gonna be fucking frank with you, I've been depressed. Just depressed. Just didn't want to do anything, didn't want to interact with anyone. And ever since this whole ordeal with the new implications of the house situation, which, by the way, nothing's happening, by the way. We had some people come in, but now it's just dead silent again. And I know we're not going to be out of here by Christmas. And depending on how things go, I may not do anything until the things I wanted to do until after we are out of here officially. Also, I'm stalling for this room, to be honest, because I don't know. I would have to talk to Alex if he ever comes back to these streams, the chat, so I can be like, hey, do you want this room or not? I left it here for you, but, that kind of thing. I don't remember what these rooms were. Oh, small, barn animals, medium, and then it's the big ones, right? Yeah, large, yeah. Okay, I'm remembering slowly. So we'll do this in a moment. But on a serious note, I'm just very depressed lately. I think it's the nice words for it. Because I have nothing to do other than, be on my phone. Or be here to play Minecraft. I would love to... Well, I just fucking broke that. But anyways, I would love to do more games, but all my games are packed up because I thought we were going to be gone relatively soon, but we're not. I think this is gray, right? No, that has to be something completely different. What is it? It's not white. Is it maybe one of the terracottas, maybe? Hold on, I'm going to be quiet for a moment so I can look. I don't know what the fuck that is. When did I put this down? What? The fuck? Is it this? No. What looks like that? What looks like that? Bitch, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Is it this? Yes, there we go. Jesus. You could barely see the texture on that thing. Damn. But anyways. So. I don't know. It's like I don't have a lot of things to do. So I get very demotivated very easily. And also get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, you fucking asshole. So I just don't have much to do here. And I would love to do so much more here. I do. I really fucking would. But at the same time, I don't have that type of shit right now. I only got this in Roblox, and right now with Roblox, there's a lot of shady shit going on with Roblox, and I'm a little scared to go on there right now. I think anyone is fucking scared to go on there right now. Because of what the hell's going on there. I just don't think anyone wants to go on Roblox right now. And to be fair, fucking valid. No one should want to go on there right now. Because of, you know, if you know, you know. But if you don't, is that oxide? No, that's not it. There it is. Actually, let me look at the walls to see if that, yeah, that probably would be the best. Anyways, sorry, I'm all over the place because I had an energy drink not too long ago and I opened another one. Yay! But I almost forgot about this shit too. I forgot to put the fucking warped planks and shit. Like a dumbass. Do we have any? No, we don't. We'll get there when we get there. But, oh yeah, I forgot to also grab the, what am I doing? Where's the grass block? Because we gotta put shit in here. This is for animals. For small creatures. Oh yeah, we also need to figure out the windows. We'll do that in a moment. And we are going to put most of this as just grass. Because once again, we got small creatures in here. And we are going to make use of that. But, and I think for just the small creatures in general, for their windows, in case of windows break, God forbid, we are going to have to, like, you know, put barbed wire on the outside. Just kidding. Not barbed wire. But, you know, iron bars. So then they can't leave in case of a window breaks. We don't want a lost animal. Okay, we don't. We don't want that here. So only for the small animals, I think. Actually, let me look again. And the big ones. I had to look to make sure, and I was like, yep, that they can escape through that. They can escape through that. Or my other option was to make some of the windows higher. But we'll see. That's a big we'll fucking see, buddy, kind of deal. Yeah, I think we'll do this. Just because of this. No, hate it. So we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Yeah, that's better. Because we are going to put just small barn animals in here. Like the small ones. I don't know which ones yet. But we'll remove this for now. We'll keep these, just in case. Windows, though? I don't know. We got options. We definitely got options. Oh yeah, and for lighting, just because I think it would be nice, we'll do this. We'll just do this for now. Just so then we got like lighting in here, but we are going to put different lighting up. When the time comes. I'm not saying this is permanent. This is just for now. Do I like this window? I think green would work better. Actually. No, no. That's split. That's split. We don't have enough green. So we're gonna do lime. Block it out now. But anyways, back to the point at hand. But what was I fucking saying? Oh yeah, with the Roblox thing, right? It's like, I would love to have more games to play right now, but I don't have shit. I have Baldur's Gate, but I don't have a spare computer to play that right now. If I magically did, somehow, then you know, we would be doing that right now. But we don't have an extra computer to do that. And my computer can't barely even run a stream. You know, it can't barely even like do, you know, mods for my own stream. So I don't think we can even do that reasonably. If we were to use, you know, you get my point, I'm hoping. But like for now, we got what we got, and that's kind of where we're at. It is what it is. It is what it is. But also I kind of really do like the green. I thought I was gonna hate it more, but no, it's a vibe. It's not like perfect by any fucking means, but it's better than nothing. Also, I didn't fill that in. Get the fuck in there. But with the Roblox thing right now, because of, you know, if you know, you know. If you don't, look it up. I don't want to fucking get into it, but it's like, I don't want to support that shit right now. I know it's like, right now, it's like, I mean for playing the games. I don't want to play their games for now until things are settled and dealt with. Because I do not want to get fucking in trouble for streaming something and then people get mad at me because I'm streaming something on a game platform that everyone's pissed with right now. I don't want that. I don't want that shit. I don't want that baggage. I don't want that. I know that's like, why don't you want that baggage? It's like, what do you mean why do I not want that baggage? Do you want that baggage? Because right now, people are getting fucking nerfed for even playing Roblox right now. I'm not doing it. I know some people, it's like, this is their career. For me, I just like playing Roblox because it's fun, okay? I like playing that game because it's fun. I don't talk to anyone on there. Unless if it's like to troll on people. Or to be a dick. Like, I'm not playing that game to talk to people, to make friends. I try to make friends on there with adult people, and it just sucks. It just sucks. Because a lot of adult people are like, really not normal on there. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not normal either. But at the same time, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Do y'all talk to anyone? And then they're like, no. And I'm like, neither do I. But like, y'all are, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, this is a little weird, dog. Not gonna lie. You know. And you know what? Just because we're doing this, I think we're gonna do a pattern of sorts. That's what I think we're doing. But anyways, I love Roblox as like, it's a good free game. But I also don't love what's going on there right now. I don't. I really am concerned about users are not playing the game in a good way. I guess it's a nice way of saying that. And we're just gonna block it off like that. Just so that it looks more cohesive. But I think y'all get my point. And I just feel kind of sad that we're at this lighting for this game to be just like a weird place. Because Roblox can be good to play for free. Especially if you're broke as fuck and you have nothing to play. It's a good game to have. But weirdos are making the game not playable. And that's where it's like, okay, that fucking sucks. You know, because some people like to play games and have fun with people, but they kind of can't. Because guess what? Weirdos are in the game. Weirdos are ruining games again. And it's just like, I don't know, I kind of hate it. I really do. Because it's like, I would love to play games, have fun with people. But we're back at that fucking mindset where we can't have that. Because people like to ruin shit like that. And it's like, goddamn, why can we have anything good? Why can we have anything good? Oh yeah, because fucking weirdos exist. Forgot about that. So it's like, goddamn. And it's like, I know not everyone's weird on there. You know, like, some of those streamers, or game players, whatever you want to call them, they're not weird, right? It's the fucking weirdos on there that are ruining the game that are weird. That's where there's the problem. Also, I think we're done with this room for now. I think we are, because we're just going to have to add barn animals in there. So for now, this room is Gucci. So now we can just go to the next room, aka finish the stairs room in here. Like that shit. But anyways, I don't hate this shit. You know, when it comes to like people canceling bad shit right now. Because yeah, I would agree that we need to fucking get that shit in check. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's the best glass for this room. But I just feel depressed because it's like, well, I don't have much other games to play other than that and Roblox. You know, this and Roblox right now. But because of the world right now and the way that that game is set up right now, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that weird demographic that's like, I don't support this, but also I don't got much to play. So that's why I've been also just doing the just chatting shit with just this Minecraft right now. Until everything blows over and they actually fix their shit, I'm not playing their game. That's just the rules, dog. I'm not making them. I'm just, you know, promoting it. Because what's going on right now is not Gucci Wucci, and we do not support un-Gucci Wucci things. We don't. And if you're here and you're like, I support it, get out of here. Get out of here. You're a problem. You're the problem here. Also, we are going to use the doors here. Because that just fits the best with that room. And also, let's scope the walls in here. Anyways, I'm just mad. Because it's like, I would love to play Roblox. Because that is a good free game to have. It's just not safe for people that are the demographic for that. It's not safe for the people who use it. And it makes me sad because it's like, well, I want it to be safe for the people who use it. Also, will that be cool? Will that be cool? I love that. That looks so fun. Okay. Anyways. Like, I would love to do that. I would love to have games that are fun and free, this, that, whatever. But we don't have that. Right now with this shit, we don't. A dead bush. Ooh, that sounds good for my bedroom. But no. It's just, it makes me sad. Because it's like, I would love to have these games be for the people that it's for. You know? But we don't get that reality. We're just fucked. That's what it feels like. We're fucked on that demographic. Because a lot of people are like, oh my god, we can't play anything good because it gets ruined. Yeah, no shit. That's what I just said, dog. Because a lot of things are just being ruined lately. And that's just what it feels like. That people are just ruining this game demographic for people that just want to play games. And they can't. Because guess what? Weirdos are in here. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Maybe we'll put something else in between these. Yeah. We'll do a little pattern. I think that's fun. Yeah, that's fun. Wow! That's pretty! Okay. And then, I hope I just did not see one of those ladybugs flying. So I got ladybugs in my room. It's been very annoying. And I want to set it on fire. There's 2 of them. I don't know if they're both females or if one of them's a female. I don't fucking know. Don't want to know. But also, if you're in the chat, I'm sorry. It's only showing me, like, people who air quote matter to Twitch. It's not that I'm ignoring anyone. I just can't see you. Mangrove. Aw, we can plant a little guy. Oh, we can plant little guys. Ooh, actually. For real, for real? For real, for real. Oh, that is such a good idea, actually. Yes. Do I like that overall? I think I do. So we're not blocking out light. I love that. That is so pretty. Wow. So pretty. Ah, love that. Yeah. Anyways. And also I think we are going to use the cherry fence in between these for new chandelier type of lighting. I think that would be also fun.
Come on downstairs, come on. We're going downstairs.
I don't know what's going on out there. I hear people being sussy people out there. Like, I don't know. I just wish that we can have games without people ruining them. I know that's like asking for the bare minimum. But like, it just feels like everyone's ruining everything right now. And I'm like, how about we don't? How about we say we did? How about you don't be a sussy weirdo? How about you just not? How about you just not? Because that's what this feels like right now. We're in a weird demographic of the world right now where people are just being fucking weird and no one's just taking accountability that they're like, oh yeah, we're little weirdos. It's just like, I know we're all fucking weird. Let's be blunt here. Everyone on this planet is weird to someone, for some capacity. But when you're ruining games for people, and it's just obvious, also we'll add decorative stuff, but I think we're done with this room. And I love it. I'm just saying, I love the colors that we got going on here. And I love that it's like Sakura and the spores stuff to be like, wee, you know what I'm saying? That's fun. Okay. It's kind of leaking through. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. I don't know. Oh, well. Oh yeah, trapdoor time. Where's the ox? Where's the waxed? Whatever. Break. Okay, for windows for this room, I hate it. Let's be frank, I hate it. Okay, medium barn animals. I don't know what we're gonna do for this room. I really don't. I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's what we did? I know, like, for this part, it's just like, why did I decide this? Why did I decide this is the flooring? Who made me do... Pulls out a gun. Who did this to me? One of you, take me out right now, because this is a crime. I did a crime. Because that's what this looks like to me. It's a fucking shame. We're in the shame levels of weirdness. Like, I don't know. With Roblox, it's like, I would love to play that game. I really would. Because it is fun when you get the right people, firstly. Or if you're just fucking around, digging around, and you're just being funny with it. You know? Or you find some cool games that are like, okay, this could be cool to play. But, like, at the same time, with everything going on right now and the CEO of Roblox right now, I just don't want to be a part of that. I do not want to be a part of that. And I also don't want people to, like, get mad. Is the spores leaking out? Is it? Let me look. It is. Yeah, we're gonna die. Pretty much is what I'm gathering from that. That's not good. But we're gonna treat it as good anyways. But, no. It's just like, I don't know. While watching this shit, I'm just like, okay, what game is safe right now? I know that sounds like a blaming the system kind of thing. So what type of windows do I want for this room? Since it's blue, I think we'll just go for this. Do I like this idea? No. Is this better than nothing? Yes. I could do a pattern of, now that I'm cooking. I got an idea. Just to go with theme. I know that someone's gonna hate this. I'm sorry. But once you got me cooking, and this is what I'm doing. Get the fuck out of here. But I don't know. I would love to play games that are fun, but I also would love to not get fucking in trouble for doing that. And I feel like, with everything going on with my, like, Roblox right now, I think I would get fucking in trouble to play it. Even though I'm just chilling, hanging out, vibing with everyone, I would get fucking murked if I even played. Because of everything that's going on with the CEO, what's going on with the game, with the weird dating shit. I don't want that. No one wants that. But it's also like, I want to play this game, because I like playing this game. But I know if I tried, I would get fucking screamed at. Because once again, if you play anything that's going to get you canceled, air quotes, just even by associating yourself with it right now, then you know, you're going to get fucking murked. And it's like, it sucks. I wish there was a game like fucking Roblox that was just for adults. I really do. Because that would solve 99% of my problems, firstly. Secondly, well, 99% of my problems because, you know, why everyone is leaving it right now. So I have a game to play while in this mind fuck. But also, like, I don't know, I just feel like I would just prefer being on an app where I know it's just adults that are playing kid-like games. You know? Because it's like, everyone's an adult, it's legal, everyone's just playing a game, we're vibing, and that's it. It's nothing bad, it's nothing fucking insane, it's just, this is what it is. And I would love that kind of thing. But there's nothing like that. There's no games like that. And if there is, tell me. If it's on console, tell me, and I'll play it. So then we don't lose those type of game platforms. What the fuck? What is that? What? How did that? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how that happened. Also, we're not going to do that green shroom light like I thought. We're going to do Sea Lantern, and that's it. Because I think that's better for this kind of thing. Also, we are going to do the same thing as last time for these rooms. Low effort, I know. But come on, man. I'm trying. I'm trying here. But, anyways, I would, like, love for people to have safe spaces to play games. Let's be fucking blunt. I think everyone wants that. But right now with fucking Roblox, apparently, you can have that reality. You just can't. And I know that sounds like me being a fucking harp or a LARPer or whatever. Is that a thing? That's a different thing, right? Immediately Googles what I just said. you know what? I will, because I don't want to be fucking get in trouble for that. Hold on. Thank you. Oh, that's live action role playing. Oh, that's not what that is. I'm a dumbass. Shit. But you get my point. That's like, I don't want people to feel unsafe, but right now with this game, you know, aka, we know what game I'm talking about. We know what I'm talking about. It's very unsafe for a lot of people. And it makes me sad because it's like, I would love for this game to be safe for people. And right now, it's just not. We are not in that safe space right now, dog. And that just makes me so drained and sad to watch. Because once again, I love playing like Roblox in a safe environment. Obviously. For everyone. And it just sucks because everyone's like, you know, stuck in this potential of like problems where they're like, well, I like playing this game, but I also don't want to get canceled or yelled at for playing this game. You know, it's like, yeah, I know that this game is bad right now, but at the same time, I don't have any options. That's where I'm at. I don't want to get yelled at for playing a game, even though it's like, yes, I'm aware that this is bad. We all know it's bad. Everyone knows that this game is bad right now. I understand the dilemma here. I understand the problem. And I'm not mad with anyone for that problem. I'm just mad with the fact that this had to be a problem. This exists. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm mad that this concept exists. That we are all in an angry fit with makers of games because they're just being dumb. That's what this feels like. They're just being dumb. Like, here's the transparent truth. When it came to like the... Oh yeah, I think we're gonna have to separate out between the cows and the sheep. I think we are. Or, I don't know. Oh, fuck me, man. Bitch, I'm trying to... Anyways. We'll leave that there. But for the doors for here, we are going to use dark oak or the warped. I would have to see comparisons. Yeah, that just fits the vibe. But anyways, it's like I would love to play that game. I would love to have a game that's safe for everybody. But with what's going on right now with that game, it's just no one's safe. Kids are not safe, adults are not safe, no one's safe on there. Because there's a lot of weird gray areas going on. And I also want to say something that I think is fucking terrible to a lot of people. But if there was like a dating option on Roblox, if there was just children on there, not like 100% they knew that it was just children, I don't think, depending on the age range, obviously, like if it was like 12 and up, right? 12 and up, right? Up to like 17, right? Then it's like, I would understand why that would be an interesting feature to have for kids to try, like, innocent dating, right? To be like, they hang out, play games, chill, they talk about their lives and whatever, and, you know, normal shit. Like, that makes sense, right? But that game is not just for children. It's not. That's where I'm like, okay, that's weird. We got a problem, Chief. This is not... No. No. Because he had to be aware, right? That would get him in trouble. Right? Like, I really think that he should have read the room. To be like, oh no, not just children are in this game. There's grown-ass people. And it's like, I feel like... I really feel like homie should have just, like, you know, realized that was not going to work in his favor. I really feel like he should have read the room. I really do. And it just... It's gross. I'm not gonna lie. It's gross. I know, like, on an objective standpoint to this man, this probably was a good idea to him. But, like, on my standpoint, devil's advocate. 10 out of 10. I know I am right now. But, here's a big but with that. It should have just been obvious that you just should not put children in that kind of scenario. Where dating could happen with, like, adults and weird shit. Also, we're done with this room. For now. Because it should have been obvious that you should not make a dating app where adults are also in the game. If it was just strictly children, and they knew that it was strictly just children, fine. If it's safe environment, whatever. You know, there are dating apps for just children. I know that there is. It's weird. I'm not saying it's not. Also, we gotta kill that guy. Let's see. We're gonna have to kill him. But, like, you get my point. It's like, motherfucking fucker, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Hey. What? Also, we are motherfucking bitch, get out of here. Get out of here. Asshole. We might have to put just the cows in here. Which I don't mind. I don't mind. Because we have a lot of sheep. But we don't have a lot of cows. We can only put 2 cows per cow up here. And we're not putting horses in here. That's going to be a whole different thing. Horses and mules, completely different barn. We're going to make a 2-tier barn for that. Because we're also going to put a basement with skeletons. Skeleton horses and maybe zombie horses. But once again, those are going to have to also be in their own little thing. In the basement. Away from human civilization. So that's that part. But, you know, I understand if they were trying to be like, well, we just want to make it safe for blah, 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 this, that, whatever, loo. But, like, it's not safe for anyone. It's not even safe for the adults. Because, once again, if you're not comfortable with, you know, weird shit happening, then of course you're not going to be... Actually, I hate that. That's better. Wait. How did... What the... It didn't work downstairs. Hold on. Also break that. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that right now. Because what the fuck? Wait, it could do... We're dying. I'm dying. How about that? I'm stroking out. What the fuck? Because in here, it wouldn't let me do that. It wouldn't let me do that. Hold on. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. Because that's bullshit. How do we fix this? There we go. Jesus. I was wondering why that didn't work. It's fixed now. But anyways, if Roblox was safe for everybody, that would be great. But it's not. And the real reality is, a lot of people don't have money right now to buy big crazy games right now. At all. Like, I wish. But a lot of people right now are even struggling to do anything. So Roblox is like a good way. Also, get the fuck where I want you to. Thank you. But it is a good game if you don't have anything at that moment. But with the way it's going right now, it's not. It's not safe, it's not good, and no one's happy. Because once again, no one's safe, and everyone is being reckless. Actually, we're going to do that for this window, for this room. Just for this room. Because I think that's cool. And it also adds to the gothic... Actually. Ooh, actually. We're going to do a pattern again. I like that. Love it. Anyways. But, once again, I would love for games to be safe for everybody. I think that's everyone's fucking want, right? But like with this shit, I'm just surprised that, you know, it's going on now. Because I know that, like, for years, people were, like, speculating that there will be a Roblox dating at some point. Like, as a meme, right? No one really thought that that would ever happen. But now that we're at this part of chapters of life, it is going on. They are wanting to do that. And my only question is, how are we regulating? If we are. I know they're not. That would be dumb to think that they would. Because, once again, it's not safe for anyone. Whoever said it's safe for anyone is high on crack. And I think we all know that. I think we as a fucking group know that that's horseshit. I think we all know that. I think we all are the demographic mindset to be like, yeah, no one's monitoring this shit. If we were, I don't think we would be at this point. Because we're not. And I'm sorry, we're not. Also, we're gonna do flowers in here. We're gonna do flowers for this. No, I said flowers. Thank you. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like if they were being safe, 10 out of 10 they're not. But if they were, then we would not be at this point. I really, actually, no. I did not know that that would be different per each thing. No. 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 Bitch. Oh. Oh. It's gonna give me an aneurysm. Ugh. Okay. What the fuck? No. I said this. Oh. Oh. Listen, man. Listen. You fucking asshole. Woo. Woo. Making me angry. What the fuck? Fine. I guess we're just gonna do it as it's gonna do. I hate it. Oh. Oh. I hate it. Oh, that makes me so angry. Yeah, we're gonna have to cover that up. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna cover it up, though. Oh. Ugly. Automatic anger with that. Just ugly. No, actually, give me birch. Give me anything that will cover this hideous color. So then barely anyone can pay attention to the pattern. My god. Goddamn. And we're also gonna do this. Actually, will that dim it? It kind of does, but I like it. And it makes me less angry than the other shit. Ugh. And if need be, we can add more later. I don't care. Just get me the fuck out of here. Room done. My god. That was awful. Oh, okay. Ugh. Large barn animals will probably be cows. Which will probably be cows. I'm not gonna lie, Chief. That triggered me. But no, like, you get my point. It's just very upsetting. Also, we are gonna use this glass, I think, just to go with the wall. And that's it, yeah. But anyways, and also I don't think cows want a lot of sunlight. I don't think they do. I think they just want grass. And just chill. And just look at you like you're crazy. That kind of vibe. But like, I don't know, it just makes me angry that we're at this part of society where it's like, oh yeah, sure, let's just have weird things. Just very weird things. But I don't know. I'm just watching this shit, and I'm just like, I know a lot of people were joking back in the day that they're like, oh, what next? They're gonna add Roblox dating, and now that it's a thing, everyone's pissed. And I'm like, yeah, guys, you kind of memed that this would happen someday. Why are we mad about this? You even predicted it. You even predicted it. So it's like, what are we doing, guys? Are we just mad to be mad? If so, cool. I love to be mad too. Like, sick. Let's be pissed together. You know, but like in this case, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like everyone shot their foots with that one because they didn't think that that would happen in this reality. And I'm like, anyone will do anything. A lot of people are stupid. They'll do whatever they want. Like, why did you not think that this would ever happen? Like, if we're talking about the world right now, as fucked as it is, why do we not suspect that this would ever happen? Why do we not suspect that this would happen? It would. That's the problem. It would. Also, we're going to do a pattern of green and yellow in here. Also, pause. I need a drinky. Oh, the delay bugs are not in my drink. Nope, we're good. Oh, hell. And we're going to do the same pattern again. That's all I meant to do. But you get the point. But for the other bit, I don't know how we're going to do this part. For mapping out wise. I really don't. We're just going to do yellow, and then we're going to do patterns of green. I think we're going to do the swirly effect, too. We're just doing the mapping of everything right now. But I don't know, it just makes me curious, I guess, on why everyone is so mad now that they proved the theory right, that yes, this was going to happen at some point. I'm not mad with anyone who was like, I hope that this doesn't happen. I'm just mad with the people that are like, oh, this is happening and I'm triggered. It's like, yeah, you kind of predicted that this would happen. You kind of predicted that this was going to happen, guys. Like, I love all of you. I do. As a human society, I kind of have to give a fuck about all of you. But, like, damn. Like, do we not think that this wouldn't happen? At some point. They're shameless. I'm sorry. People are shameless in this fucking reality. Also, I'm going to edit these out to put, like, the swirlies in, and then we'll do the other part of the pattern in a moment. We're just going through the whole thing to get rid of all the stars, and then we'll go with the green and see which ones I like for green. If that makes sense. Boop. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole that's pessimistic about everything, or I just am very weird with this shit, but, like, I'm just upset that no one really thought that through to meme on it. Because, like, yes, that could happen. Because this world kind of sucks. I don't know. Because, like, I would love for people to be that mindless about it, but it's like, yeah, that was gonna happen. At some point. You just kind of memed it into reality. That this would become a thing. At some magical point. Do we want it to become that? Hell no. Also, we're not going to do the hearts, we're going to do the squiggly circle thing. So I think we're going to start with this. We're not going to do hearts, I don't think. Maybe we'll do hearts on the inner ones, if that makes sense. You know, like the next... No, get the fuck out of here. Like the next ring, we'll do hearts. I think that's how we'll do that. I do like what we got going on so far. For, like, lighting. I don't like what we got so far for, like, the layout. I think I could have done better with the layout. But that's just me. I'm just the one making this place. I could totally edit it, but at the same time, I won't, because I would like to edit it over time. Not while I'm in the process of trying to even make this a reality at all. Anywho, like, no, I'm just kind of peeved with the people that are, like, saying that, oh, I'm mad that this is happening at all. Blah, blah, blah. This should not happen. It's like, yeah, buddy. It shouldn't, but here we are. No one wanted this reality. No one. And I mean, no one wanted this reality. We just got this reality. Okay? We just got this reality. And it's shit. It sucks. It makes me upset for everyone involved that plays the game because they like the game, or they play the game because it's for free and it's the only thing that's for free. You know what I'm saying? It's fuck you if you do, fuck you if you don't. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Okay, we'll just leave a space. Maybe. We'll see. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. There we go. That's what we needed. And then just because we're continuing the circle of life pattern over here, we're gonna do that. Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of peeved with the people that were like memeing about, oh, this might be a reality someday, haha lol, and now that they're mad that it is a reality. It's like, yeah. No shit, dude. That's kind of that's just kind of the point at this point. That this was gonna happen at some point, because weirdos and people that just want this to happen are gonna make it happen. Like, sane people would hate this shit. I hate this shit. But we're at this point where it's like, nah shit, this was gonna become a reality. Nah shit, my dude. Also, we're gonna cut it off here, actually. And for that little chunk, we'll figure it out. I'm just not excited for this part. Also, for bamboo stairs, we're gonna do these. I just think it looks better. But anyways. Wrong thing. Because I think we are going to make it a smaller plot, because this is just for the cows, I think, is how we're going to map this out. I don't fully know. I would have to get there to get there. That type of vibe. It's like, we'll get there when we get there. And we'll probably put more lighting in here, because it's looking lackluster right now. Also, I like that the grass is cute. I really do. I like that they get cute grass. Grass is ass. Anyways. Closing this off completely. But, I don't know. I just hope that someday Roblox could be playable. In the sense of, like, we're not doing anything wrong here. We as in whoever is involved with that game in general anymore. I think we're going to block it off, like, here. We'll do a block radius. How about that? Yeah, we'll block it off like that. So then this whole chunk will be for them. I kind of hate that we're doing it like this, but I'm running out of fucking options, Chief. How about you design? Just points at whoever. You design this. You do this. I won't. Even though I'm the one that's playing this game. But I don't know, I just feel depressed because it's like, I would love for people to feel safe in this game. I would love to also feel safe playing the game. Because I don't want to get in trouble for, you know, playing this game and then people get mad at me for it. aka Roblox, if you're joining in and you don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't blame you. But, you know, I just want them to get to their senses. Also, we are going to do this. I think we will do this. Ah! No! I know this is probably the, like, waxed. This. It's not? Oh, it's the lime thing, right? It's a lime something. There it is. Lime concrete. There we go. But anyways, I would love for Roblox to be safe for everyone involved. Right? I think that's everyone's hopes on that. Once again, it sounds super... Actually, just because we're going to block this off anyways. We'll do that. And then we'll do that. Yeah, and then we'll do that. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll put the doors here. And then we'll build from here. Because I would love to play games that are safe for everybody. And especially for people that just want to play a game. And right now, that's not Roblox, and it won't ever be Roblox for a hot minute because it's not safe for anybody using it, even the people that it's meant for. And that makes me sad to think about because it's like, I would like this to be safe. I think that is where we need to cut it off. Let me look at the other area to make sure. Let me look. Yeah, it's one up. It's one up. But I think for this, we'll just do it like this. Because it's just for me to get in and out. I think that's how we'll do that. But I don't know. I just want people to be safe. And right now, we are not safe. And that game is not safe. For people who are supposed to be on this app. Because it is an app. But I meant to say game. But you get my point. It's the same premise. Just slightly different wording. But it's just not safe for anybody. And right now, it won't be safe until something is done with that. And I don't know what they'll do with that. Because I love playing Roblox, you know, with friends, with people. Because it is a good free game for people who have nothing. Like, they have nothing to play, nothing to do. Also, I just realized that this is... I just realized, you know what? You know what? Fine. Fine. Ugh. I hate that we have to do this. Fine. There we go. That looks more cohesive. And I can also walk around and be like, hey, grass. But you know, it just makes me a little sad. Because it's like, I would love for games to be safe for everybody. Holy shit, are we almost done? I just realized that we're almost fucking done. Huh. Okay. We're gonna go all the way down to see what rooms need to be done. Also, trapdoor for in here. We're gonna do oak. There we go. Yay. Yay. Oh, well, shit. Hold on. Recalibrate. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Recalibrating. Sorry. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ugh. Yeah, I think that we will push sheep downstairs. But I would also would have to look to see. God, I love the rooms. They're just so aesthetically pretty. Hold on. We are going to go through each floor again. Yeah, I think sheeps are going to be good here. I think. I do like the trapdoors. They're fun. I do like that the sheep get, or not the sheep, the small animals get to run around in here. I don't know if I'm going to split. Okay, this is the room that has no windows for now. Let's see progress report. Swoop. And then pause. Holy shit, yeah, we're almost literally done. We only got like... Hold on, let me look again. No, yeah, I think we're almost literally done. I think it's literally just that room. Not that room. That room, there we go. That room, which is probably... I still don't know if that's going to be Alex's room or if that's going to just be the storage room. And then we did the library. So now it's just my room, the armory, and then, you know, that's it. Like, I think we're almost done, and then we could just go to cosmetics. Which, I don't know if I should continue editing without Alex here. Because I don't know what they want. If they want to share my bedroom with me. I don't know if they want to have their own space. I don't know if they want that room down there and I just edited it for them and then maybe make an extension further down again just for storage. I don't know what I would do with that. But I know that we'll have to block it off either way. Because I don't mind making another basement just for storage, like it's the storage of all storages down there. I don't mind having to do that. It would be nice to not do that, but I know realistically that we could do that. It just would be something I wouldn't want to do. But I could totally do it. But I want to decorate, but I also am like, I kind of just want to wait until I can ask Alex personally, you know, what they would prefer. But if need be, I don't know. I think I really don't know. It's like I had an idea. I had a plan. Also, I think we could put a tiny barn here for like in this little stretch. For like, you know, the horses. I think. I don't fully know. Also, it's ironic that I got that little area right here to perch from here all the way down to here so I could harass the villagers down here. Which we are going to harass them, I'm not going to lie. We're going to get them murked. They're going to be so triggered that we are even here. We are going to put a little aquarium over there. We are going to block off water so then they can't get in. And then maybe over here or here, one of those little stretches of land, we are going to put a massive beehive. We are going to put a massive, massive slaughterhouse. I'm not going to lie with you people. We need livestock. I'm not lying to you. We need that shit. Because, especially if we have people joining in, you know, like this island. Hold on. My hands are so fucking dry. Because, if you didn't see my Twitter, which I have Twitter, obviously, for this reason, for obvious reasons. I was talking about cleaning rocks and shit, and because I like cleaning rocks and having rocks, because I'm got that tism for me, because that's all I can do right now. But what I was saying on Twitter was I was done with one of my jars, because I have 3 jars. One small, one medium, and then one large jar of rocks. And then I have like a drawer designated to like 5, 6 big rocks that can fit in the container. So I've been trying to scrub out all the hard-on dirt on all my rocks until I get a wire brush to do the fine detailing, which I don't think we're ever going to do that. We're not going to be able to get all the stuck on dirt unless if I buy, once again, those tools that are like extensive. And I don't think I need extensive, as long as they're clean enough for you to touch and you're not going to lick that shit. No one's going to lick that shit. But maybe in the future, maybe I could buy like diamond Dremels and stuff and like, you know, drill that ugly shit out and, you know, clean it off and maybe do resin with them. Maybe turn them into cute little resin things. Maybe. I don't know. But that's like a future me problem. But for now, I just wanted them clean. I wanted them done. And I got one big jug left because I did the small a hot minute ago. That's also why I wasn't here. I was doing rocks. I was cleaning rocks off and on. And, okay, so that was a pain in the ass. Let me explain that real quick. And I know I'm stalling because I don't know what else to do. Also, hold on, let me remove this shit. Because I don't want to do my room for now, in case of Alex, and I don't want to do the armory yet, because I'm demotivated to do that chapter. Not because I don't want to do that, but it's mostly just putting in the windows and then decorating. It's not anything else. It's literally just a big enough room to put all the decorative shit and then blocking out the windows. That's not anything crazy. That's just like oh, block it off of windows, here's the lighting, cool, and that's it. That's it. That's pretty much all that room's gonna be. It's not gonna be anything cool. It's not gonna be anything sick. I don't know. But, anyways, with rocks, so, me and the family, as I'm just gonna call it, during when we were waiting for people to leave the house, during, you know, like a little, oh, we're having an open house, ooh-ba-doo, skeet skeet, you know, whatever, waiting for them to leave, we went to, like, a park nearby, and all I did was just collect rocks. Like, I had a gallon bag, Ziploc bag, of rocks. And I had like 2 inches left of rocks I could have added, but I didn't. Totally want to go get more, to be honest. Because I love rocks, okay? I like collecting rocks. And if I don't like the rocks I have in my little collection, and I find more that I like, maybe I'll just get rid of them somehow. I don't know. I don't fucking know. That's up for debate. But no. So, we were waiting. And by the way, it was like 2 hours waiting. So I got like 2 hours worth of rocks done. Maybe even almost 3 hours of rocks done. So the first night when we brought them back, I soaked them for a while. And then I cleaned them again, rinsed them off underwater, just to make sure that we got all that shit out. I didn't scrub them out because I knew that I was going to, once again, grab a toothbrush and scrub them out at some point. And while I was looking through them again, I realized that a lot of them had stuck on dirt, aka it started crystallizing on the rock, where you would have to literally grab a metal tool to scrape it out. And I was like, fuck that shit, dog. Get this out of here. So that's what I've been doing again. By the way, I took a whole several hours to scrub all those rocks by hand, by the way. With Dawn soap and a toothbrush, trying to scrub all that dirt and nastiness in 7 different chunks. 7 different chunks. And let me explain what I mean by that. So I had to check to see if, one, they belonged where they needed to be. Because some of the rocks I was like, these are not pebbles per se. These are not slightly small rocks. And then there's, you know, standard skipping pebble rocks, so slightly not. And then there's the massive rocks that just can't fit in. So I was like, what counts as this to my brain? What doesn't? So I also had to, like, do this all in different chunks. And I had to pause so many times because I don't have any towels or, you know, face towels or, you know, just shit towels to use to clean these off and to wipe them off and whatever. And to wipe off my hands so that I can just grab the next rock to scrub out. So I had to, like, for several hours, troubleshoot that shit. And it was like, there was still sun out when I started this, right? And then it was like pitch black when I was done. And I was like, shit. So I was like, well, at least I did that. So for the last several minutes, I had to, like, an hour, basically. I had to, like, literally sort out all the rocks again. Put them all together again. But then I was, using, because I use hand sanitizer to sanitize my rocks after. And that's when I noticed that they were stuck on dirt that was crystallizing on the rocks. So I was like, shit. Well, that fucking sucks for me. So I was like, whatever. I'll scoop it out. So that's what I've been doing. I've been chunking it out, by the way, different days. Because the small rocks there's a lot in there, but it's the smallest job, right? Then it's the medium, then it's the big jug. The big jug, I'm scared. The big jug, oh god. It's almost to the brim, by the way, the jug is. Like, all these are almost to the brim of their containers. That's how much rocks I got for each thing. And I'm like, Jesus. This is scary. I'm scared. So that's where we're at with that. And I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck? So now, at this chapter, this rate, I don't know. I would love to know what I'm doing. But I don't. I really don't. So for now, I'm like stalling on the last jug, because the last jug, there's so many rocks that have so many blemishes in them, aka stuck on dirt, that I would have to scrape out. And the small ones kind of sucked, but the bigger ones I think will be better. It just will suck because it's more extensive. Because they're bigger, yes, but also I would have to scrub harder. So that's where we're at with that. So it's just a pain in the ass. And once again, I love cleaning rocks. I love collecting rocks. But to be fucking transparent, it also sucks to do it. And I'm also going to have to go through all my old rocks I had from before my marriage died. And I'm going to have to go through those and see what I want to keep, what I'm getting rid of. And maybe, if that were push come to shove, then maybe I could just let someone pick them up for free. Maybe put a little sign in a bucket or something and say free rocks. Because maybe a kid would be like, ooh, free rocks, and then they'll collect that shit. I don't know. Helping the planet. Have a good time with that. I don't know. Maybe some DIYers like, ooh, I need rocks for some resin project. Let me take that. Like some people do. And I'll be like, okay, sick. It's going somewhere good. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Because once again, that's a big, we'll see when we get there kind of perspective. But, I don't know. For now, I'm just cleaning the rocks I got. In the future, if I got so many rocks I have to comb through them, I will. I definitely will. And I will figure it out. But I know in the future I do want to use a Dremel and stuff to like get all the blemishes out, smooth it out, maybe use resin to like plug up some holes, maybe use resin art to do something cool. I don't know. Also, we're going to start using bedrock, I think, to start dealing with the ocean problem. I know that's probably like, why am I doing that right now? Because I fucking can. And I think we're going to start blocking off this section. This section. Obviously, we are going to like edit this out shit ton. I do want normal ocean to be here because that's kind of what this is. It's kind of like a lake connected to the ocean. I do want that to be dealt with, but for now, I'm just doing whatever's easy for me, dog. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Because I do want this all blocked off. And also, since we are going to add a lot of sea creatures, I do want this to be blocked off enough where we get the you know, the chunk of both worlds involved, you know? Also, I think that we're good for this chunk. I just think that we need to make sure that these are also blocked off. It's not. Okay. So we are going to stop here, I think. So that means we are going to... We're gonna make a perimeter of bedrock for this place, like, at least 2 thick. 2 high, 2 thick. I know it's like, why am I doing it like... Also, that is not what I wanted. That is too far away from what I wanted. Okay, we'll start the chop off process here, I guess. Actually, no. We'll start where the ice is forming, or starting to form, which is right about here. That's better. That's more logical. Okay. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I would like to have an aquarium. That's what I like. I like having fun aquarium things. I don't like having shit that's not fun. How about that? And, oh, well, we gotta put that ice back there. Because that belongs there. But, you know. I like to add, like, fun shit to my worlds and whatever. Also, pack this with ice. What the fuck? Get the ice in there. It's just, I like to have fun with my worlds. I like to push the boundaries of what I got and don't got. Also, we're gonna pack this with ice because I'm a little shit. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. And then this little section we'll just block off with ice. Not because I'm trying to be a dick, but it's more like I just don't want water in this area. So we're just going to fill it with ice. We're just going to make it a nice thing. Because I think that's deserved, you know? Because if we're just going to block off this area anyways, why does it need water, you know? Like this type of shit, I don't care. If there's a little water, who cares? Maybe it's like a little block off, but like, if we're just gonna block off this area anyways, I might as well just block it off with ice, you know? That's kind of where we're at with that. But, back on my main point. Also, let me scratch my eye. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I just got a lot of ideas with my worlds, and I like to have that option. I almost repeated myself. That's why I sound like I was dying. I didn't want to repeat myself because I have a problem with that. But, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, and wherever there's just water randomly, we are going to block this off with ice. I'm not going to lie. But, I would love to, like, you know, have shit blocked off, have like a cool little environment, right? I would love that. But, with what we got going on right now, we're just gonna have to go through all of it again. Which, I don't mind having to go through all of it again. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, give me the water thing. Fine, give me water. We'll use a bucket and just add it in the water. We'll do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if we add like little spurts of water to make it look cool. I just want to get the shit out of here. That's all I wanted. Whatever. I can't get rid of the water? Is that just a bucket of water now? No. Ugh. Hi. Oh, of course you're just gonna make me do this. Oh, fucking goddamn it. We don't want water here. Ugh. We don't want water here. No. Thank you. We're gonna break all this ice off. I'm just trying to make sure that we get all the water out because we do not want water from this point on. We don't. That's kind of the problem. We got too much water and no one wants the water. We don't want the water where we're not needing it. And we got too much water right now. And we don't want it. Are you seriously? Fine. Fine. We'll break the ice as we go. Also break that off. The fuck? Ugh. Okay. Now we can break all this ice because we don't need it anymore because this is just the cutoff for all the ice that we just use to block off the water. Block it off again. And now we're breaking it off again. Because we don't need it. There we go. And I know for this chunk, this is just the cutoff for the water part. We can always do the other part differently. And maybe we can like extend the land a little bit. A little bit. Not like a lot, but you know what I'm saying. This is just the cutoff for the water portion. Because we just want the cutoff for water. The whole water. Also, get the fuck out of here. Okay. I think we're gonna have to... Oh, get the fuck out of here. Sorry. We're not nice to creepers here, I guess. Whoa, there's a water ravine. Ooh, we can dive in here someday. Wouldn't that be sick as fuck? Anyways. We are going to cut off the water margin here. So that means we're going to do this. I don't mind if we have a little bit of water. You know. But we do want to block it off safely, correctly, so then there's no creatures getting in here that shouldn't be here because it's the aquarium for the fish, not for the random shit that's here. That is very much clear. The fucker. Oh, hi, creeper. Just be like, oh, what the fuck is that? For no fucking reason. Oh yeah, why did I do that? That's not the cutoff point. That's the cutoff point. I'm a dumbass. Let me edit that out. Okay. Also break that up. We do not care about that. We are just going to do a bedrock separation. Not because it's like I want to, but it's more like because I know it's needed. So we don't have any other parts of the ocean coming in here. Okay, let's get lower. Oh yeah, let's go to land and see how far we are going to cut this off. Yeah, I think we'll go from here to here. So that means we got a lot of land. So that means, yeah, we're gonna have to block this off. We are gonna have to break the ice just to get to the barrier, and that's it. That's kind of where we're at right now. We're just breaking barriers to get to, you know, to the ultimate goal. Which is just, you know, blocking off the ice that we can. Because that's our barrier line. We don't care about, you know, the not barrier line. We care about the barrier line, though. We kind of need the barrier line. Or we're fucked. That's kind of where we're at with that. That shibiz. And we are going to break whatever structural. That's kind of like this. Not like this, but you know, like where the borders are. And we'll go from there. Because I do like what we got going on. Okay, and I think for the ocean, I wanted to block off this whole lake. Well, let me look again. Let's fly up. Okay. So that's the cutoff there. Yeah, actually... I guess we could... Hold up. Let's work around a bit. Let me cook for a moment. Because we kind of need to cook a little bit. I don't know. Is that anywhere close to that line? Yes, it is. But we don't... Nah. I guess we're just going to have an awkward cutoff. I guess that's where we're at. We're going to have an awkward cutoff, and that's okay with me. AKA, we're cutting it off here. Not because I want to cut it off here, but because I think that just would be beneficial. Let me see where the cutoff starts for here. Or if we're just going to cut it off entirely. I think we're just going to cut it off entirely. So that means that... Just cut it off from here. Because it's kind of where we're at. And I am going to block it off to a certain point. For certain walls, like for here where it doesn't matter. It's not part of the structure that I'm trying to build here. We are going to put glass on this shit at some point or another. We really are. Actually, yeah, we could cut it off here. And then maybe we can like build the structure up to here. Yeah, we could probably connect the two. This is going to be a weird structural thing, but I think it could work. With the given time and effort, it could work. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. I don't love it, I don't hate it. This is the barrier that we got going on here. Like, we are going to make this open world-ish. Except for the ceilings, obviously. We're going to put glass in that shit and whatever. So then there's no spiders or weird shit trying to get in. But we are trying to, you know, structurally make sure the creatures are safe here. That they're not fucked over. What the fuck? Oh, it's the witch. I thought that it was a big dude for a minute there. I was like, how the fuck did you get here? This bitch. You know, that kind of vibe. Thought we had that kind of situation. Get out of here. Also, that's a very pretty flower. The fuck is it? But we are going to do the cutoff officially here. Under the water and in the water, you know? I don't want to. That's kind of what we got going on here. And we're going to continue that line all the way to where we need it. And we're not going to, like, break off anything, I don't think, in terms of, like, you know, structurally sound things all the way to this little tree here. All the way here. But we are going to make a... Okay. We are going to make a border all the way. We are going to make a border all the way. Because that's kind of just what we're doing. We are making borders. We are making outlines so that we know where the aquarium's going to be, where it's not. And also just so that we know. You know what I'm saying? Just so that we know. Because I don't want to be like, we're halfway through this shit and we still don't know what we're doing. I don't want to be that guy. Someone might want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy though. You can be that guy. I won't be that guy. And that's kind of where we're at. Also, we're only going to structurally edit minor things. We're not going to, like... If there's already a structure here, hold on. For example, if there's already, like, a little structure like this here. Actually, we'll break that. But, you know, we're going to just break off what we can. We're only going to break off what's a part of the wall. If it's like this, where there's like little chunks of bullshit, we're not going to break it off. We're just going to, you know, fill it in the best we can. Do what we can. Do what we gotta. Go from there. But we are going to go underwater and also, like, you know, edit this shit out. So it's like, eh. It is what it is. That's kind of where we're at right now. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Oh, well. I'm just breaking off shit that I'm not meaning to. But we can always add ice back where it was. I'm not worried about that. There we go. Ice. Put the ice back where it was. But yeah, if it's just a part of the structure, then we're not going to edit it. We are just going to ignore it. Not because I want to ignore it, but just because it is what it is. And I broke a part that I didn't want to break again. Fuck me. Because I like how we got this going. I like the aquarium being as natural as possible. I just do. Because that's kind of the whole point of an aquarium. If it's not as natural as possible, then what the fuck are you doing? And obviously, this is just for fun. This is not for, like, you know, extreme measures, this, that, whatever. It's just for, like, oh, this is for funsies. We're having a little fun time. That's kind of where we're at with the structural integrity. Because it's not for, you know, the fish. It's for to make sure that, you know, We know that it's blocked off and safe for the creatures to be here. And also whatever spawns here won't be as frequent because there's going to be a big barrier, so they can't really get in. That kind of vibe. There we go. That whole area is blocked off. And I know we're going to have to continue from this point on. So we're just going to pack ice down here. Not pack ice down here, but like, you know, we're going to pack ice here. Just when there's ice. But we are going to also make sure that we're blocking this off very fucking to the border as possible. Because we do want nature to still be a part of this, but we also don't want nature to hinder what we're doing here. You know, have a natural border throughout this whole area. So then, you know, it's still nature. There's still shit here. There's still things. It's just not what you're probably thinking it will be. And also if we see like little integral pieces here and there, we'll fill it in. I'm not like completely gonna edit terrain just to add those in, but I will add what I think is necessary, if that makes sense. Like for example, we're not gonna completely go ham with editing unless if it's like, you know, something like this where you could just like bam bam. Just enough editing where we got what we need. And we can just keep going from there. Because I do want a barrier all the way around to where that little end cap is. Because that's just kind of where we're at right now. And I know some sea creatures will also like to have that type of expansion. Also, we're gonna fucking break that. God damn it. Because I would like this to be nice and expansive and interesting. And we're also going to kill all the fucking things that are bad in this water. I'm not going to lie. We are going to kill all the bad things that are in this water. Every day. But we are going to cut off the terrain. Just enough. Where it's like we got the terrain that we need. We got what we need. We got what we got. And then we'll go from there. Also, no one gives a fuck about that little chunk, so we're just gonna block that off and say fuck you. Break that off. We don't need that little chunk. Is that gonna... Yeah, I think that's gonna hinder, so we're gonna fill in. There we go. Just because I don't want any surprises. That's kind of why I did that. We don't want any surprises in here. We just want good enough, close enough. And that's kind of how we're going to treat this whole shut off, cut off sections. If I see something that's like, okay, that's... No. There's going to be something that's going to crawl in here that we don't want. Then we'll do the shut off, cut off. But for now, we're just blocking off what we need to. Adding what I think we need. Trying to keep the natural terrain as much as possible. Okay, we can make a little cutoff for here. Okay, whatever. Fine, we'll put ice there. How about that? We'll put ice there. Thank you, Jesus. Just enough of the natural the natural cutoff that there's still terrain here. But we're not going to completely... I'm gonna shoot this... Fine, ice. Damn. And we won't tell. From this point, we just won't tell. Also, we're breaking this. We're getting that out of here. We don't need that. And I want a natural shut-off, because I think it would be better than just, like, having it perfectly symmetrical. Because this is not supposed to be a perfectly symmetrical thing. It's supposed to be, oh, this is a good enough, close enough. And that's kind of where we're at. Because I want this to look like something natural. Block it off naturally. But I know that, like, at some point the natural won't stay. Because once again, we're doing really weird... Also, break this off. Just break that off. We don't need that. It's gonna be weird at some point because I know that, like, we're gonna have, like, a weird structural thing. I know that. Like, I'm aware that this will get weird at some point. But for now, I would like to have the weird structural. Also, bitch, what? Why do we have so many of these? Get out of here. There. I don't mind if there's, like, a little raised areas, but, like, that was dumb. That was fucking ridiculous. We don't need all that. We don't need extra. We don't need extra shit that just doesn't need to be there. We don't. I almost sound like Markiplier when he was, like, doing the FNAF. He's like, did you mark it on my map, Freddy? No, you didn't. You did not. You know, that thing. If my voice was more deeper today and not just scraggly because of the cold, I probably would have recreated it as best as I could. But I didn't. Because I'm stupid. Also, we're breaking that. Also, we're breaking this. What's up with these? If I see one more zombie or one more fucking water creature bad NCP motherfucker, we're gonna set them on fire. That's just what this is. Hate me all you want. We're setting them on fucking fire. Anyways. On the positive note, we are almost done with the border, I think, for in the terms of, like, mapping. Maybe. Why did that break? Why did that break? Does it need... Oh. Okay, well... Balls in the court. Also, get the fuck out of my aquarium. You're cute, but also get out of here. No one cares, my dude. Dead. Anyways, back to the point at hand. Ooh, we got a bunch of natural mushrooms to collect later. Yay. I love that for me. I'm gonna have to Google again how mushrooms are... Yeah, you can hurry. Thank you. Love that for you. Thank you. Now stay out. This isn't a place for you. This is a place for creatures that are from the sea. You're not part of the fucking sea. Okay. And I think we could just do a natural cutoff here. And then start the process again. Like that. Yeah, I think that's how we can do that. Okay, slap. That's great for you. Yeah, you use that, girl. But you are not coming in my... No, you stupid bitch. Oh. She's fucking dumb. Kill her. I don't know, that kill her. Okay. Also break that. Fine. If you want to be petty, fine. Get out of here. No, get the fuck out. Okay, that's it. Killed. She got rhinestone dust on her fucking ass. Rhinestone, is that it? No, redstone. Why did I say rhinestone? What the fuck? Anyway, still she was stupid and died. That's all we need to remember her by. She was stupid and died. I love that for her, but not for me. Because I didn't want to deal with her right now. But we had to anyways. Also, we're going to block this off all the way to this point. There we go. Because we don't trust that shit here. And then we're going to do the same thing again. And then we're going to do it again. That's all I wanted, but okay. And just because we're already on this warpath, block it off. And then block, block, block. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to pack that with sand later. But for now, we're just blocking it off naturally. With whatever the fuck I want. Also, we're getting rid of this. We're getting rid of this little plot. And then we can do this. We can still have natural integrity. But we're only going to have that natural integrity. We're not going to go... There we go. And then we're going to do that. Because I do want this to be as naturally structured as possible. Until we have to go abnormally structured. Because I don't want this to be like a... Breaking that. To be ugly. But I also don't want this to be abnormal either. We want a good mix. You know what I'm saying? We want a good in-between. Abnormal and normal. Because right now it's abnormal, but in a normal sense, where we're following the natural terrain rather than forcing a fake terrain. But if we make a bigger terrain around, also that's so fucking insane. Now we can see that from here. Hi, house. What can I use to whack? Hi, house. Anyways. Break that. Because I do want this to be as natural as possible. Despite the cutoffs, despite the weirdness with it, I do want it to be as natural terrained as possible. And I can't really do that if we're doing abnormal terrain. I just can't. Like, I don't care if there's like a natural overhang to the water. As long as it's like, you know... Also, get the fuck out of here. Jesus. What are you, trying to get all the animals to fucking crawl out? Bastard. But I want enough to put like a few dolphins in here. Like at least 4. I don't want to put like 10 dolphins in here. Because I know realistically that wouldn't be enough. And also if we do repopulate the dolphins, they won't have anything to do. We want to love the dolphins to a degree. But we also don't want dangerous terrain for them to be in. And I know that like the ice is probably going to be a problem. That's why also there is a big chunk of it without the ice. You know, it's natural selection if they fuck up at that point. But obviously we'll check the water. Get the fuck out of here. I said get out of here. You're not a part of this. You fucking bastard. Get out of here. No. Stupid. You thought. Get wrecked. Get Ligma. Goddamn. No, get the fucking... That's it. Natural selection. You natural selected yourself. Now leave. AK die. Now we got the curve that we wanted. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting to the end of this terrain. And then we'll do a natural cutoff when we get closer and closer. Oh, you fucking asshole. Anyways. Sorry, saw this fuck. But at least he's gonna be away from the others, so then he can stay dead. We can stay dead, can't we? Also, we're gonna break this off. If you come through here, I will shoot you with an arrow. Or with your own fucking scepter. How about that? Exactly. Get wrecked in the ocean away from here. I was going to block off the whole area, but I was like, no, that's just too much. This is for an aquarium after all. That would be too much land. Too much land to work with. I think. Yeah, and then we'll follow this natural terrain back to here. I think that's how we'll do that. Also, get the fuck out of here. God damn. Boop. I'm just making sure what time we got. Because if need be, I can always end the stream after this. Because I don't want to fucking keep doing this. But I might. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Because I honestly don't feel good. But I'm forcing myself to do this anyways because I want to feel, you know, like I'm doing something rather than doing nothing. And then I'm like, why didn't I do this today? Oh yeah, because I'm a loser. You know, that kind of vibe. This is just going to be the natural shut-off for water. I don't know if we're going to do this for the natural shut-off for, you know, the whole area. I don't know. I would have to, like, really look through this just to make sure. Also, since we are doing the natural cutoff here, let's break this terrain. There we go. And then we'll add the border here. Border here. Do a terrain. Fix. Okay, and then we can always look around to see where the other cutoff for this is. Okay, so realistically, we could just keep following the natural terrain all the way to here, I think. So let's do that again. Well, no, that's not what I wanted, and you knew what I wanted. Okay. You bastard. Okay. Because I do want a natural terrain. I'm not gonna lie. I love natural terrain. So I think we'll stop the natural terrain here. Yeah, we'll stop the natural terrain here for the water cutoff specifically. Specifically just for the water cutoff. I know for walls we'll probably like... Hold on, let me do the looby-dooby-dooby-doo. Looby-dooby-dooby-doo. Because we are going to block this all off. So then nothing can get in, nothing can get out. And it's just safe for all the fucking woodland creatures. Okay. We'll block that off later, but for now we are just going to do the natural shut-off, cut-off type of deal. Oh yeah, since it's the extra little lip, we'll do this. Just so that it's like 3 all around, but it's steeper. Because I do want the natural shut-off to be nice and linear, but I also want it to be nice and clean. And if it's not nice and clean, then that's kind of just not cool to me. And we do want as much land as possible here. Oh, well, that's just 2 for each thing, isn't it? It is. So we're just gonna have to do one more little layer for each little thing. Because I do like having like a structure. If this doesn't look like a structure, we ain't doing it right. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to shut off here. Damn, the fuck is going on down here? And there's just gonna be a random little thing here. There's a random little water death there. Because I do want this to be as natural as possible. I really do. Oh, well that breaks the fine. We'll do this. Just so then there's still a natural log here. Okay. Yeah, you're just in my way. I love that for you, but not for me. And I think we'll put ice here in this little chunk, just to make it look like it's grown out a bit. Because some areas are going to be frozen, some areas are not. And now we're going to follow the natural terrain again. Because I do like the idea of, you know, this land being separated off. And there's like cool ice, cool shit. Also, let's just break that. That's not important. I mean, it's important to a safe standpoint, but not like it necessarily is important from the structural standpoint. Also, we're going to do this. We're going to break this chunk off. Because I do like the idea of there's like a cool little ravine area. There's cool water. There's like a cool... That is definitely a ravine starter. I love that. That's cool. And I also like the foxes here. That's a nice add-on. But I'm more for the structural right now. The accentual, we'll get to that in a while. But there is just going to be a wall for, like, you know, the aquarium in general. But I just want to make sure that there's like a nice cutoff. Because that's a good thing to have. It's good to have a cutoff out of this place. But I think this bedrock is going to be the main area. Together. I like to have fun with my designs, have fun with my worlds and whatnot. And this seems like fun. Also break that. Also break this. We are breaking a chunk of this tree just to fit the ideals. But also, it can get over itself. And also it can look like it naturally grew over this shit. So that's also like cool, you know? That. Because I think that's kind of also, we're just going to cut it off here, I think. We're going to do that, bap, 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 bap. And then we're going to do bap, bap, bap. And then we'll just add ice here. Just to make it look like it was intentional. back to what we were doing. Back. Because, I don't know. Also, right, that was not intentional by any means. And I'm glad that that was ice and not grass. Or that would look ugly and that we would have problems. But I don't know, I think... Ow, let me stretch my back real quick. Ow. I'm dying. Ow. Fuck me. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll update y'all in a moment. My phone's like complaining to me. I think when we're done with this border, then I'll be done. So I can update Twitch on my phone. So I can update things on my phone. Because it's like, you need to update, you stupid fuck. And I'm like, well, god damn it. I'm having a vibe here. It doesn't care about my vibe. It just doesn't give a fuck. Anyways. But anyways, I think that once we get this border blocked off, then maybe we could do other things with the aquarium. Because I am going to start on the aquarium first. Because I said I would first. You know, I never said I would do the barn next. I know that would be logically the next step to a lot of people, but for me it's more like, no, I want to add fun shit. And I am going to add a bounce castle and a climb fucking castle. That is also going to be a thing. Somewhere. I know by spawn we'll put a tiny house. Just so then in case if someone spawns in, they could be like, oh, grab some shit, okay. Love that for me. Because I do want this to be like kind of stressful, kind of not, kind of peaceful while talking. Because that's kind of what I want it to be. I want it to be fun and chaotic. In a, you know, fun-loving environment. Because I think we all need that. I think we all need a little bit of chaotic fun. I didn't mean to do that part, but we filled it back in, so it's fine. I do like what we're doing now. This is very nice. That it's going very well. Normally my builds and shit go really bad. But I think design-wise it's just chaotic, but that's kind of the point. I like chaotic homes. I don't like things that look normal. That kind of kills the vibe, you know what I'm saying? And we're almost done. Also, we're breaking this off. Fuck that. Okay. Break it off here. Up there. I think that will be a cute thing every time. Is to say hi to the house. Every time I see it. We are going to break the natural terrain. Okay. We're also going to break it off. Finish at least the outer parts of this wall. We're going to look around, and then when we're done, then we're done for today. But I wanted to at least get the structure down, so that we know what we're doing. So it's not just like we're willy-nilly guessing. Because no one wants to guess, you know? No one wants to guess a shit. I don't want to guess a shit, do you? Oh, and then we can like, yeah. That needs an extra thing, whatever. Also break that part of the tree down. Yeah, break that part of the tree down. Bap, 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 bap. And then we could be boop, boop, boop. Ah! Yeah, kill it. Kill him. Thank you. That's very sweet of you, guy. Thank you. Aw, I love you. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're killing it out there, buddy. Oh, I love you. Also, he almost poisoned you as I see the arrow. The fuck? Are you okay, buddy? You know what? Hold on. Let me give you ice. You deserve ice. Hold on, buddy. Let me push you on the ice. There you go. Yay! We saved a guy. Also, break this shit. Hi, guy. No, you can't leave now. You're permanently here unless you die. Which we hope you don't. Which we hope you don't. We're going to make sure that this is 3 around. Okay, that is definitely not 3 around. So that means that we're going to have to add an extra little layer. Because we want 3 around at least for the whole structure. Because that's just kind of what we're doing. We're making sure that everything's a 3 around structure. If it's land, that's not 3 around at all. If it's not land, then I guess we'll break it off. But if it's slowly connecting land, like here, that's when we'll keep it. Because it's 3 here, but then we need 3 for land. Oh, YouTube. I don't know if you're gonna watch this on YouTube. What I do here to there, so no one misses anything. Some of my episodes are missing. It was never intentional at all for that to happen. But it happened just to happen? Yeah.